Hi everyone, my name is Michael Uwasa and I'm the founder of Antarctic. Today I'm going to be showing you how to set up Facebook ad campaigns for your nonprofit. We always recommend with the nonprofits that we work with to have their Facebook ads running year-round so the ads can continue to run and find new donors and raise money for your nonprofit. And we're especially keen on Facebook ads for Giving Tuesday and year-end giving campaigns. If you like this video, please click subscribe below and share it with all your friends. So let's go ahead and dive in. To start, I'm just going to go over a couple Facebook terminology that's good to know. So to start is ROAS. ROAS is a return on ad spend. You'll hear this a lot thrown around anytime you're talking about digital ads. And what it means is for every dollar that you spend, how much are you getting back in a conversion, in a purchase, in a donation? So if you spend $1 online for an ad and you get $1 back in donations, your return on ad spend would be 1. And we're always shooting for a high ROAS when we're running ads. So for every dollar you spend, you get $4 back, for example. Your ROAS would be 4 or 400%. Conversion. What this means is, it essentially means click to buy. We run our Facebook ad campaigns for conversions because we're looking for people to become donors. Cost per click. This is a very important metric when thinking about creative. And what it means is how much does it cost for each person to click on your ad. So you can always look at your creative, see how it's doing. And if you have a high cost per click, it means you'll likely want to tweak your creative, make it more compelling. If you have a low cost per click, it means your ads are doing well. With nonprofits, we typically see cost per click anywhere from $1 to $4. Anything above that, you kind of want to review your creative. And during times of crisis, if there's a nonprofit that we work with that's responding to something that's happening in the world, we see those cost per clicks go down significantly to around 13 cents. Or I've seen it as low as 13 cents. Okay, frequency. This is how many times a person sees your ad in Facebook. With acquisition campaigns, which is what we're setting up here, and you have a broad audience, you want a low frequency because your ads are supposed to go out into the world and find new donors to give to your organization. If you are trying to speak to an existing audience that maybe has given to your nonprofit before, you'll start to see your frequency go up. And for those types of ads, we generally like to see them around between 2 and 3, meaning that a previously warm audience will see your ad 2 to 3 times. Attribution. This one's a little bit complicated, but it's good to know. With Facebook, they have a 7-day click attribution model. And what this means is that Facebook will optimize your ads to and serve them to people who are likely to give within 7 days of seeing your ads. Okay, the setup. And we're going to dive in. I'll show a live example of how to do this. But I always break up audience and interest into two mindsets. If your nonprofit has not run ads before, we always advocate for using interests when setting them up. So if you're the New York Roadrunners Foundation, for example, that runs the New York City Marathon, and you've never run ads before, we would suggest maybe people that give to philanthropy, for example, and targeting people who are interested in running. Okay? If your nonprofit has used Facebook before and has 50 plus conversions within your Facebook pixel, we always advocate for going broad, which means you have no interest. And what this does is if you use this broad audience, it really leverages Facebook's artificial intelligence, and Facebook will serve your ads to, say, a national audience in the United States, to people that will give to your nonprofit. And you really let Facebook do the thinking there. And if you're starting to use interests and you haven't run ads before, one thing to keep in mind is that as you limit your target audience, your cost to serve that audience will go up. Meaning that if you have a broad audience, your cost per click goes down. If you have a group that's very specific interests to target those people, your cost per click is going to go up. Tracking. So with Facebook, they released iOS 14 a couple months ago or earlier this year, and not every donation that you make is going to show up in your Facebook ad portal. So we always look at the results from a Facebook campaign in two places. We look both on the Facebook ad portal to see how many purchases or donations were made, and then we also check the donation landing page site where you can kind of pull reports. So Classy or Fundraise Up are donation portal checkout pages you can use for your nonprofit, and you can look at your donations there and see where all your where those donations come from. And in order to do that, you're just going to want to add this UTM parameter here, which I'll put in the chat below, and I'll show you how to set it up in Facebook. So in your donation portal, there'll be a little tracking snippet after each donation that will indicate which campaign it came from within Facebook. Okay, let's look at setting up a Facebook ad campaign. So this is a client of ours. It's God's Love We Deliver. And just get this set up here. So we're going to go to Create Campaign. And they have, Facebook has a new setup for ad campaigns called Advantage Plus conversion campaigns. And what this is Facebook sets up all your default settings for your ads, so you don't have to get into thinking about how to best set it up. As an agency, we always like to lean on Facebook, or whether it's Google. They spend millions of dollars and have huge teams that are trying to figure out how to make your ads more effective. So any default settings, anything that's automated on their side to set up, we always just go through and use it, and we found over time that these always lead to the best results. So I'm going to set up the campaign for conversions here. I'll just go ahead and give it a name. We'll call this a test campaign, and continue here. Okay, and then the creation method. So Advantage Plus conversion campaign is what we're advocating for. Click continue there. And it'll set up your default settings here. So website, the pixels, God's Love We Delivers pixel. It's set up as a conversion campaign. We might set this up for, say, $100 a day as we're getting into the giving season here. And interest. Given that God's Love has already had lots of donations, by using Facebook ads, we just leave it as broad targeting, location in the United States, age 18 to 65, all genders, and then no detail targeting below. Okay, and set it up for their Instagram page here, and go ahead and select images. So these are some ads that I uploaded earlier. There's 4 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are just square ads, approximately 1080 by 1080. Just add those in here. And then we have the creative here, which we set up, we made earlier, before we launched the campaign, but their campaign is called Celebrate with a Plate. It's God's Love year-end giving campaign. We gave it a unique look and feel with the ads, and we'll change these ads throughout the season to keep them fresh. You'll want to optimize the creative for each person. So what this does is it allows Facebook to adjust the ads and adjust the copy and sizing and everything to what it thinks each person will entice each person to give or make a donation. So again, utilizing Facebook's artificial intelligence here to make decisions that lead to more conversions. I'm just going to drop in some copy here that we had. So no one should go hungry when they're living with severe illness, especially at Thanksgiving. So I'll drop that into the primary text. Give a gift that can save a life. Headline text. And give today for the optional text here. And you can create different options if you want. And again, Facebook will use what it thinks is best. Okay. We'll add the donation page link here. Again, this is a specific link where you can log into. They use Classy for their donation page checkout. You can log in and check the results there. So this is a specific landing page that we spin up specifically for Facebook ads. Add the display link. Call to action, you'll want to set up donate now. And then the tracking parameters down here. Again, I'll put this in the chat, but I'll add this here so you can use it yourself to be able to see which ad sets or which campaigns are leading to donations in your donation portal page analytics. And then make sure this is all set up here. You go over here, you can view variations of your ads and see what they look like. So what's it look like on Facebook? What's it look like in Facebook Stories, Instagram? Make sure that all checks out. And go ahead and click Publish here. Now, I had already set up this ad campaign in the past. Exact same setup, exact same copy. I set it up 3 days ago, and we can kind of see the results here and see how it's doing. So, cost per purchase, $35.89. Return on ad spend is 0.63. So for every dollar we're spending, we're getting 63 cents back. And if you roll over here, you can see cost per outbound click is $7.18, and frequency is 1.36. So what these numbers are saying, and you can never look at them alone. You have to look at the broader picture. But first off, celebrate with a plate with God's Love We Deliver, the client that we're running the ads for. Their full campaign has not activated yet. The first emails are going to go out in the first part of November, and there'll be a lot of social media, press, PR, influencers, etc. So our goal here is to get the ads set up. You can never really depend on the ads alone to drive revenue or to kind of entice people to donate. It's part of a bigger picture. It's like, what is the full campaign? And as this campaign gets rolling, this cost per purchase will go down, and so will the cost per click. But given that we're seeing this, we are going to go back and assess the creative and see if we can make it more enticing and continue to optimize it as the campaign rolls out. Okay. And frequency 1.36. This is perfect. This is right where we want to see it. That means, again, a person will see your ad 1.3 times, right? Or some people might see it 2 times, but the majority but only see it once. And that is pretty much it. So we will continue to watch this campaign as it rolls out and continue to build on it. And when we start seeing this purchase return on ad spend here go above 1 up to 2, we'll start increasing the budget. And that's how you continue to scale your campaign. But we'll talk about that in a different video. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. And thank you.